Hi Flosstube, it's Chris the Camping Stitcher. Today is Friday, May 27th, 2022, and I'm back for Flosstube number 4. So I hope you're all doing well. I'd like to thank you for all the likes and the comments and the subscribes. I really appreciate it. I'm almost close to 700 subscribers, which is like mind-blowing. I just didn't expect that, and I really do appreciate all your support. So if you're watching this and you like it, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. I'd really love to get to 1,000. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but we'll see. Anyway, so I hope you're all doing well. I think this is Flosstube number 4. So the last time we talked 2 weeks ago, I was getting ready to go to my first retreat, which was the New Jersey Needlefest, which was held here in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. And, well, not here. I don't live near there. I'm about an hour away. No problem getting there. It was pretty straightforward. My husband was pretty good with making sure, I didn't follow Google Maps to the T because there was a better way to get there. So it worked out well. Anyway, met my friend Jean and her sister Kate, and we had a nice day chatting and stitching. It was more, to me, like a kind of sit and stitch type of thing. Although there were classes there. Kind of kicked myself for not taking one of them. But it was great for a first retreat. I met a lot of people that I interact with on Instagram. Actually, Eileen, the stitching runner, came up to me, and it was funny because she knew me who I was, and she said, she goes, that's the problem. We know what you look like, but you don't necessarily know what we look like. So it was kind of neat to be recognized that way. It was kind of a lot of fun. It was really a pleasure to meet her, and there were quite a few other floss tubers there that I met. If you ask me their names, because I'm terrible, nope. But I'll put them down below in the description box. It was really nice to just sit and chat and shop and interact with fellow stitchers. It was the first time, and I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I'll do it again next year because there are some other retreats I really wanted to try to go to, but we'll see. You never know what will come up in a year. But that was the retreat, and I did buy a few things. I'll show them when I talk about haul. I have a blast from the past, and I have some new starts, even though I'm not doing Maynia. General chit chat. But so we'll start with this blast from the past. I think I did show it on Instagram. I was inspired by the Contented Stitcher to look for some vintage frames. I kind of always do keep my eye out, but I never really thought about cutting something down and making it fit things that I have, because I have quite a few things to frame, and I have frames on order. This frame happened to be perfect. I saw it and I kind of knew I had 2 older pieces. I mean, really older pieces, probably 20 years old. That I wanted to frame, but I hadn't really found the right frame for it. Anyway, in the $2 bin at the Habitat Restore was this sweet little frame. It's plasticky or resin, but it was perfect for this piece. And this is Shepherd's Bush Twined Hearts. Actually, it was old enough where I don't even know what it was called, and I posted it on Instagram, and someone was kind enough to tell me what the name of it was, which I really appreciate, so thank you. But it fit perfectly. I really have to stop saying but that's not gonna happen. Anyway, it had a little saying inside of it, which was on just very thin paper. So I just popped out the back, and I haven't even finished. I haven't even put the cardboard paper over the back of the shed. I cut a piece of foam core and pinned it, and then I used my point gun to put the points in, just to hold it in. And I'll put some double-sided tape and put the paper on the back of it. But I'm just really happy. It fits perfectly. It has a nice, I think it has a nice amount of a open border around it, and it's a cute little ornate frame for $2. You can't beat that. I was really kind of proud of myself. And something that I had stitched and just left sitting on a shelf is now finished and hanging on my wall. So that's pretty good. That was my blast from the past. I am not doing Maynia. I think I've said that before. And despite the incriminating evidence that you're about to see, this is not Maynia. This is just me starting projects that I have kitted up in May. It has nothing to do with Maynia. And we're just going to stick with that story. The first one was the sweet little sampler I found at Hobby House. Carolyn Page, 1832. I did get this fabric at Hobby House too. This is, alright, I'm going to say it. I don't know if it's XJU Designs or XJU Designs, but she has wonderful, wonderful fabric. This is, I have notes, and I do keep track of my whips in a nice little book. So this is Marbled Pointer by XJude, and it's 36 count, and I am using Soie silk, and I've gotten, I think, the first page done on this side. And I'm working on the second page, and this is probably gonna, it would be a quick stitch if I didn't have so many projects going, but I can get a good clip done. Like, I'll work on this tonight for a little bit because I haven't worked on her in a week. It's just so nice to work with the silk. And this fabric is really pretty. I don't know if you can see the modeling, but it's very pretty. I love her fabrics. I love a lot of people's fabrics, but I keep going back to her fabric and Needle and Flax and Fox and Rabbit. Kind of got a problem with those. Well, not a problem, but you know what I mean. My next new start, I've had this kitted up for a while, and I do have the Vicky Clayton silk, so that's what we're making her in. This is Harriet Goddard 1817, another Hands Across the Sea. I'm going to start another Hands Across the Sea this weekend. Just, they're like chips. You can't just have just one. That's, I don't know. That's how I feel. I mean, they're better than chips because you don't gain weight, but anyway. This is done. I just want you to know I've already started this once and gotten halfway through. Didn't work out. We were having a rainstorm. Anyway, this is on Cream Zweigart, and it's 36 count with the Vicky Clayton silks, which are amazing. I think I want to order some for Ann Tong Ufendale. I just I'm trying to restrain myself, but I really want to do that sampler in silk, and these are really nice to work with. I like working with DMC too. I like working with Fancy Floss, so I'm not, anything I work with is probably going to make me happy, but the silks are so nice. The stitch definition is so pretty. So that was my second, well, I want to say my fourth new start. I'm not going to count the other starts I talked about in my whip parade, but since I talked to you last, number 2. Number 3. So, when I was at Hobby House, I was searching for another Hands Across the Sea called Mary Clayton, and they didn't have it. But I want to say within the week that I got home, Nicolor had released it in a PDF. So, what can you do? The house and the little angels and just the sweet flowers and the birds, and Chrissy, finally a farm girl, and I think Sweetwater Stitcher, and there's probably another 2 stitchers I can't remember, another 2 Flosstubers. I'll have to link their names down below. They are also doing a sale, and since I've wanted to do this for a while, I was like, okie dokie, I'm in. If you saw my reels today, you saw that I was in the process of getting this section to match up. That's what I have done so far. I've got the whole border done and a few of the flowers. I'm missing a few colors, so I'm going to run out tomorrow and go get them. And then I'll be able to do some sections on this. But for some reason, this particular sampler, I wanted to do the border. I just didn't want to work all the way across it, do the house, and then have a problem later. And the border matched up perfectly. I shouldn't have been worried about it, but I was. So that's Mary Clayton. This is done on I don't know if you guys have these little books. They're from Fat Quarter Shop. And this is volume 2 for me. So I just write down your projects when you start them, what you use. It's a great little record keeping. I have the book of days, but that's more for my daily, what I stitched every day. This is just a great way to keep track. So this fabric is Legacy Linens Russian Tea Cake, and it's 37 count. And it's really nice. This is a fat 1/8, and it fits pretty perfectly. I didn't kind of center it the way I should have, but I didn't realize it was a fat 1/8 and not a fat 1/4, so that's where I kind of messed up a little bit, but I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. So those are 3 new starts since 2 weeks ago. And I'm not going to be, it's either my stuff is in charts and it's sitting in a box, and my floss is sitting in another box, and my fabric's sitting in another box, and they're all separate, or I have them all together and I've started them. So to me, it's just, I get more enjoyment this way. So I'm not going to be feeling guilty about that. The other stitch I've been working on is Oh Joyous Day, Blackbird Designs. And I've gotten a good bit done on that. We are probably more than halfway done now, I think. Yeah, I would say halfway done. Sorry, getting froggy. I just love the colors in this. Just the house and the bird. So pretty. This is on... Light Mocha. Zweigart, 36 count. And I'm using the called for fancy floss. And I think I'll be able to finish that in June. I'm not in a rush to finish it. It's kind of going to be an anniversary sampler and for my husband and I, and our anniversary isn't until October, so I can take my time with it, but I really enjoy working on it. Kind of tend to work on it in the morning. And the colors are just so pretty. The floss colors just are so pretty, and Blackbird just has always had a nice way of combining colors, and even colors that you don't think are going to show up well. They do show up. So those are the things I've been working on and the things that I've started. I did want to thank 2 people. I had 2 shout-outs, which was awesome. Chrissy, finally a farm girl, thank you for the shout-out. And Darlene of Dion Designs, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's just so nice to have someone do that for you. It just, I don't know. It makes you feel like, someone appreciates what you're saying, and it's just a really nice supportive thing. And it's just makes me feel like I'm not just blubber blabbering over here for for nobody. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, ladies. Trying to think what else. Oh, I do have a plan to start one more thing this weekend. And that is Sarah Fletcher, 1841. Start All the Hands Across the Sea. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I've been doing. And I am going to be, I kitted this up from Rachel at Needle and Flax, and I'm going to be using her Thornfield. Don't mind the baggy sounds, which is just beautiful. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Now, part of my, and I'm going to use the DMC. I kind of contemplated ordering the Vicky Clayton silks for this, but I really do like the DMC. Part of me is contemplating, I have a lot of my DMC on bobbins. I have them stored in a chest that my husband made me over, I don't know if you can see it, right here. Anyway. But it's so much easier to work with them when they're on flush drops. It's so easy to pull one strand and you're not having to rewind it and put things back on it. So I'm kind of tending to lean more towards anything I'm working on putting them on bobbins. But then, where do you store all those flush drops? That's the thing that I'm wondering about. I do have a Longaberger basket stand. It was one of those wrought iron stands with the arms that come out. I was thinking of putting all the DMC I had on floss drops on that. But again, it's like I have to keep track of the floss I have. DMC is not real expensive, but I don't want to have 4 and 5 of the same. Or maybe I do. I don't know. So how do you guys handle your DMC? Are you using it on bobbins? Are you switching from bobbins to floss drops? Are you just doing both? I mean, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on that. That would be, I don't know what to do, but I do enjoy, this whole, this is so much easier to work with than, sorry about my chair. This is my stitchy chair. It's just a chair. This, because you cut off a length and then you have this length that's laying around. If you don't use all of it, you have to wind it back on. And then the piece that you're working with, if you don't use all that, you wind that back on. And then it's wound this way and kind of messy after a while. So tell me what you do. Leave me a comment. Give me some advice. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so those were my new starts, my blast from the past, my haul. My haul's coming up. My whips and my progress on a whip. So at the Needlefest, I did buy 2 charts. And this was the class I wish I had taken. I kind of was kicking myself about that. Manny Didana. Oh my gosh, her stuff is just lovely. Really pretty. And these patterns, this is the House of Keys. The pattern comes with all the charts that you see, all the cross-stitching charts there. And then it comes with directions on how to make these boxes. And the boxes, the best I can tell, I think they're made with like cardboard. So, and she goes through step by step how to do that, which I think is just great. The other one I bought was Let Freedom Ring. A little patriotic box, which I would like to start soon, maybe next year. And she did have a little accompanying, this was like a little floss keeper, which I thought was really cute. And the little pins for the star pins, which are awesome. She did have, I think it was a fall pumpkin box, which I really wish I had looked more closely at the email when they sent the options for classes, because I really wish I had taken that class. But maybe next time. You never know. So that was the haul from the retreat. I was pretty restrained. kind of proud of myself. I did, however, order a few things from Pam at Stitch New England, who is also on Flosstube as Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. So I had found the Fragments in Time Susquehanna Valley Sampler series at Hobby House when I was there, and they just released the 2 new ones, number 3 and number 4. Here's number 3, which is so pretty. And here is number 4. That is, I think there are 8 in the series, and that is going to be a really nice, I don't know if I'm going to do it one piece yet, or just the pillows like this. I really do like the pillows. I think that would be really pretty, a really pretty display, just having pillows. I have 1 and 2 already. And Teresa Kogut has a new book out, and the minute I saw it, I think the next obsessions is going to be patriotic. So this is Broad Stripes and Bright Stars. This is her new one. And I have a little slice of Aztec Red that would be perfect for this. But I really, really love this one. That is just so pretty. Her books are so nice. That is called the Americana Bouquet. I think that might be my next small start, because I do want to keep a smalls going. I haven't been doing that lately, but I try to always keep something small going. And I have a lot of Christmas, I have a lot of fall, and I have a lot of like Thanksgiving, but I really don't have a lot of patriotic, and I don't have a lot of spring, so I kind of have to catch up on that. So it was Teresa Kogut, her new book. They're just all so nice. I'm thinking of joining her Patreon as well, because, oh my gosh, her stuff is so nice. And I did have a small finish, but this I have is for Cindy DeRosa's ornament exchange in July. So I did purchase this from Hands On Design, and I'm gonna probably make the one I made for the ornament exchange again, because it was just so pretty. It's done with Sulky. I had it up here. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, I did have a finish, and I haven't finished it fully yet, but that's the little finish. And I'm going to make it into a round ornament, and that's going to go to, I didn't want to really show it until I had finished it, but I really just like it. I'm just kind of happy I have it done, and I'll probably finish that into an ornament this weekend, and I'll take a picture because I want to get it out to Cindy. I think she wants to have all the ornaments by July 1st, so I want to be ahead of the game because we are coming into June, and that is the end of the school year. And even though we have to go to school until the 21st because, I don't know, bad planning? I'm not really sure, because everybody else is going to be out on the 9th. I would like to get this done. We have some things going on. We're in the middle of a kitchen remodel. My husband just got done painting cabinets. I have a lot of cabinets, so he's glad that's over with, but we have to do walls and countertops next, so want to get that done before any vacation we may take this year happens. Not really sure what we're going to do. We usually do quite a bit of camping. We have a big camping trip in the summer. We usually head out west, and we'll be gone, quite a bit. We see our family and do a little bit of traveling around, try to see some national parks. But with the gas prices this year, I'm not really sure. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we're going to probably stay a little bit closer to home and see some of the things that are closer by us. Because it's kind of ridiculous what we're seeing the gas prices go to. The other thing I was thinking about was a big start for my birthday. And I really am contemplating Consider the Lilies. That is a big ass project. But I am also going to have a big ass birthday. I'm going to be 60. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get that. I have the fabric. I have the chart. I have probably most of the floss. And I don't know. I was thinking of a hashtag that's BAP for Bab. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody would want to go along on a style like that. You could pick your own big project and start it with me in July, at the end of July. But that's what I'm thinking of. It's either that or Ann Tong, but Consider the Lilies is probably the biggest chart I have. And that's probably the biggest project I think I'll ever stitch. So it seems kind of fitting for a big birthday to do something kind of big. So, but that's I think that's about it. I don't know. Do I talk too fast? I'm wondering. Those are my plans. I'm going to be starting Sarah Fletcher this weekend because, you know, if I don't, it's just going to sit in a box. The chart's going to be by itself, the floss is going to be by itself, and the fabric's going to be by itself. So it'd be nice if I could just put it in a nice little project bag. This one I made. I do make project bags. I don't sell them yet, but I probably will end up selling them. But I do have to get some more fusible interfacing. But the project bags, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch has an awesome tutorial, step by step. And they're the easiest things. And I used to be afraid of zippers and not afraid of zippers anymore because it's just top stitching. That's all it is. So, gonna make a couple more project bags. We have a 3-day weekend. If you honor those who have fought for our country and made the ultimate sacrifice this weekend. And, Texas, heartbreaks for them. I know everybody's feeling the same way. Just vote like your kids' lives depend on it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because it does. It matters. Don't let anybody justify what's happening in our schools. I work in a school, and the training that we have to do, no kids should have to do that. None. It shouldn't be out there. So vote like your kids' lives depend on it, because it really does. And I don't know. I think that's about it. I would love to chit-chat for an hour. But I seem to be getting through these in under a half hour, and I hope that works out well for you guys. And I'm going to keep to the every 2-week schedule, I think. I have been putting up little shorts on my YouTube channel, especially when I have a new start. So keep your eye out for them. They're about 15-30 seconds. That's it. And that's all. Have a good couple of weeks. I hope you get to stitch. I hope you get to do what you want to do, and stay safe, stay healthy, and stitch away. Thanks for watching. Bye.